I'm gonna go on this side because I have a lot of electronics here. And on this side, oh, hey there, he scared me. He gave me a literal heart attack. And we're gonna put a station right here. Welcome back to the Wilson Brothers Ranch. I'm Chase. In today's video, I'm gonna show you how to mix up a cheap ingredient home remedy mix that is a mouse deterrent, but it does not harm cats or dogs or any pets like that. So the main base for our mix is gonna be 1 part Jiffy Corn muffin mix and 2 parts baking soda. The Jiffy mix acts like an attractant and the baking soda is the deterrent. We're gonna add a little bit something. We'll add a little bit of raspberry Jello mix and some cocoa powder. Just your great value brand we find. We're also gonna sprinkle in a little bit of maple syrup. Well, actually butter syrup, just a great value, cheap version. Just using it for the sugar. And you know, they love peanut butter. So we're gonna add a little bit of their peanut butter and some trap boxes we have. We know only that small mice can get into. We'll be mixing this in our mouse deterrent bucket. So right off the bat, we'll go ahead and open up our Jiffy mix and start measuring out exactly how much we have. All right, y'all. Let's take a quick break from today's episode because I've got some important news to share with you. Our family just recently activated YouTube memberships here on the Wilson Brothers Ranch channel, and I want to explain real quick what that means and why we're doing it. YouTube officially describes channel memberships as monthly payments that give viewers access to members-only perks like badges, emoji, and other goods. Perks can also include things like early access, members-only live chats, member shoutouts, posts, exclusive shorts, and videos depending on what the creator offers. Now, for Wilson Brothers Ranch, this is more than just a badge, a shoutout, or another feature on the channel. This is part of a real-life mission we're starting here at the ranch, and we'd be honored to have you be part of it. Our goal is simple. We want to use this ranch to help produce premium eggs for people who need them, whether the food banks, community pantries, schools, and folks in the nearby community. Yes, the profit from these memberships will go toward producing free eggs for food banks, community pantries, schools, and people in the nearby community who could use the help. We got 3 levels set up. Level 1, Good Egg Supporter. Level 2, Dozen Blessing Partner. And the highest level, the Golden Egg Giver. Now, here's something important. The price may look different depending on where you join. On desktop, the levels show as Good Egg Supporter, $1.99 a month. Dozen Blessing Partner, $3.99 a month. Golden Egg Giver, $5.99 a month. On mobile, they may show as Good Egg Supporter, $2.99 a month. Dozen Blessing Partner, $4.99 a month. Golden Egg Giver, $7.99 a month. That difference comes from how YouTube handles pricing across platforms. So if you want the lower price, complete the membership from a desktop or computer. If you want to join, it's simple. First, sign in to YouTube. Go to the Wilson Brothers Ranch channel or a video we've uploaded. Click join. Follow the instructions to enter your payment info. Click buy. Then you'll get a welcome announcement when your transaction is complete. Becoming a member is one of the best ways to help us reach people in need. And we're not just going to tell you where the support goes. We are going to bring you along for the whole journey. From raising the chickens, gathering the eggs, packing them up, and delivering them to food banks, community pantries, schools, and families nearby, you'll get to see this mission come to life. And if you can't join, that's all right too. Watching, sharing, commenting, and praying for this mission still helps more than you know. Thank y'all for helping us turn chicken and egg farming, hard work, and a little bit of faith into something that can feed people. Now, back to the show. All right, and I am not measuring out these 4 containers of Jiffy Mix scientifically. I'm just gonna see how many red Solo cups I have. We're gonna count that as 1 red Solo cup per bag, 4/5 of the way. 4 red Solo cups. All right, now I have 4 red solo cups worth of Jiffy mix. So we have 4 parts Jiffy mix, 8 parts baking soda, or 1 to 2. It's a lot of baking soda, so I'll definitely stock up before you do this. So this is my 1, 7 more to go. Eight red solo cups worth of baking soda. So that's our 1 to 2 part ratio. Done. I'll get this mixed up and I'll add our secret ingredients after this is mixed. Not only am I mixing, I'm actually getting a lot of these large clumps out. All right. Seems like it's mixed well enough. I'm gonna go ahead and wash my hand and start working on my secret ingredients. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up these raspberry Jellos. These are the smallest raspberry Jello packs I have ever seen. I can definitely smell it. It's got a strong scent to it. And the raspberry Jello just attracts everything. We're almost done with our little art project. Add some pure cocoa powder. Baking cocoa. Unsweetened cocoa powder. 100% cocoa or cacao. Alright. We're not going to add much, just a little sprinkle. Again, not being scientific with this stuff. Just kind of feeling however I want, and then that's however much I put. I get this one last mix, and then I'll show you exactly what we do with this. Actually smells pretty good. I'm not a chocolate guy at all, but this smells pretty good. Every time I see a little bit of white powder, I know it's not mixed well enough. All that right there needs to be mixed in. Just keep on turning. Alright, I feel like that's mixed decently. I feel like we're done with our main dry mix. Now we can go ahead and put these in our boxes. We are now over at the shed next to my house. And yes, I do not have a front porch yet because I want to do something special. So it's going to take a little bit of custom work to do. So we are leaving that for the summer. Into the shed we are. We have the snowmobile, which is famous for attracting mice. We just had this thing serviced not too long ago, 3 months ago? And we had everything cleaned out, and then like a week later, this entire area underneath the seat had a massive nest in it. So we're gonna put a box in there. As you can see, we already have a box, but it has some other stuff in it. So now we're just gonna get some extra boxes for everything we're gonna do today. The boxes are up there, along with the keys to actually open the boxes. So we're gonna have to climb up there. Get this ladder. Okay. Alright. Where is the key? So we have some disposable gloves here. And we have extra keys, but I'm not seeing any extra black boxes, which may be an issue. I can't think of anywhere else we would keep the black boxes other than up here. Do you, Steven?
I have no clue.
I'm gonna climb up one more. This ladder's not really weighted for my weight.
More Julie.
Yeah, it's more Julie's weight, or an average sized man. I'm not an average sized guy. Neither are you. Alright, so we have the key. Yeah, I can't think of where the boxes would be. So, I got my gloves on. Thank you, Steven. Go ahead and open it up with our key. Just twist and pull. Pretty simple. Thank you. And we don't have a whole lot in here, just a little bit of grain. We'll keep that in there. And we'll put a little bit of our dry powder mix. Here we go. So we'll get just a little bit. I'll go ahead and put it in here. We're gonna put it right there in the center. We got our first mouse station here. It has been used. It's been sitting here in the snowmobile. We go ahead and we put some powder in here. As you can see, it's not a whole lot, just enough to fill up the food box about halfway. Give it a little shake to flatten it out. And the next step is to put a little bit of peanut butter. Which one's the emptiest? This one is the most empty. So I'll put a little bit of peanut butter glob, just a little bit on the spoon, and drop it in there. Spoon. And I'm just gonna have that much. Make it easy to get off the spoon. Just like so. I'm not gonna put a whole lot in there. And for the last little bit of syrup. Just a little bit. We'll go ahead and close the bait station. Mouse station's in. And the seat is closed. That is the best place for it in here. The mice really like to get in there. We're also going to fill these boats, replace them, put a little bit of powder in them, and yeah. We're going out with the old and in with the new. We'll go ahead and fill this up with our dry mixture and put a little something up on top. We will start with the dry mixture. We got a healthy little scoop of this, about half of that red Solo cup, and sprinkle it in there. Get another half, sprinkle in this boat towards the entrance, and through holes like that. Anywhere you can see daylight is where they could sneak through. We got that filled up, and we'll put a little bit more in the Solo cup for a brand new bait station that Steven brought over. We'll use this as a little feeding station. There we go. So we got a little bit of powder in there. Now we'll mix in our extra little goodies. Try to use the rest of this that's in the big jar because it's almost empty. Stick it way down in there. Try not to get my hands all peanut buttery, but it seems like I failed already. And since these are going a big boat, it doesn't matter how much I get. All right. A little bit of more peanut butter. And a little peanut butter for this little black box. Put that down. Go ahead and take these gloves off. When you got an empty jar of peanut butter, you're more likely going to get a little peanut butter on your hands. And we'll just drizzle a little bit of our maple syrup in there. Just do a little drizzle. And there we go. So we got 4 spots in here, 3 on the outside and 1 inside the snowmobile. So the shed should be handled. We'll come back in about a week or so, see what kind of activity we've got in these boats and in these 2 stations. And moving on to my house, I actually have some doors on the skirting on the bottom of my house. That's one of them, and I have one around the corner. So I'm gonna have 2 boxes full of our magic ingredient compound. There it goes. And again, I could probably just put boats underneath this house, but these boxes are just so nice because I know for a fact only mice can get in here because that's about 1 inch wide and can only crawl in there and get at a certain angle and eat. Usually there is a block that goes in here, or just a glob of peanut butter, and that it usually attracts them. But now we have this, the mouse deterrent. So get a little bit of dry powder. I got a little bit of peanut butter on there I didn't even see. I'm trying to think why I can wipe that on. That was actually kind of goofy of me. That's my fault. Put that back on the lid. I just got peanut butter slinged on my jacket, or flinged. I think it's flinged. I think you fling peanut butter. I don't know. English is interesting. That's for sure. All right. Put a little bit. Oh, that's a little much. It's enough slices. All right. And I actually accidentally threw away my spoon with peanut butter on it. All right, I'm gonna go get a spoon real quick. Got my spoon, and that is a beautiful view, especially when it's sunset. Comes down right there. Cabin's got a great view on that porch, and closer to summertime, I will stretch this porch out and make it connect to that door right there on this side. And believe it or not, this is actually the main entrance of the house. And yeah, I've just been waiting because I've been wanting to do something pretty special with that porch, especially having something big in that corner there to watch the sunset. I think that's where I should have the main attraction, because it's usually after work when I have time to just chill out and take a moment. Mornings as a chicken farmer are a little busy. Silly of me not to get two of them. Almost. Get off there. I refuse to use my finger. Alright. Got a little bit of peanut butter on there. Stick that back in the jar. A little bit of our syrup. Drizzle that in there. And there we go. And these just snap. That way you know for sure no pets are digging in there and trying to eat what's in the black boxes. Especially when you don't put too much and have it spilling out the sides. Since I do want to check on this in about a week, I'm going to put it pretty close. Make sure this door is nice and closed. And somewhere nice and easy to check on it in about a week. So I'm not going to dig way in there. So much in here. The dogs were actually getting underneath the house and ripping up some of the, I don't know what you call that, the pink stuff, the insulation. So when the wind hit it, that stuff went everywhere. But that's my house. I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the garage now. Alright, we're over near the garage now. And I believe we're just doing boats for this one. This place is a mess. We have tools laying everywhere. All because we had a massive shipment, not a shipment really, just all of our stuff from Texas that we brought over. Just hadn't been organized and put away in its own spot yet. And we've been working so much, been so busy, we haven't really had the time to come over here and organize all this. It's here and black box there. So we're just gonna go ahead and get some of our mixture and toss it in the black box and just go ahead and redo this boat. so we have one big boat. Fill the boat up. Get a little bit more. Grab our key. All right. Sprinkle that in there towards the bottom. We're actually going to leave it open for now. Just going to dump the rest in the boat. Give that a shake. How did I get grease on my thumb already? Got the peanut butter in there. Gonna close that up. And go with the syrup. A little bit in the boat and a little bit in the stations. And put the boat in the back. All right. All right. Close that station up. Put this way back there in the corner. Use a bolt because why not? There it goes. Way back in that corner. And the only thing I need to do is close this station up. Perfect. The garage is done. Just need to close up shop and move on to the park shed. Same for here. Probably have some black stations and some boats. We also have some other things like sticky traps. We'll go ahead and take these out because we have something better now. Obviously we didn't catch anything, just some wind. Some stuff knocked in by the wind, that's about it. And for the park shed, since it's an open spot, can't even speak, we're going to go ahead and put 2 boats in here. Let's shake. The only reason I'm shaking it is just to get that smell out, that raspberry jello and the cocoa powder and the Jiffy mix. It smells wonderful. I mean, this looks pretty weird, but it smells great. Yeah. I'm not a chocolate guy. Again, I am not a chocolate guy. This stuff smells great. A little bit of peanut butter just to do the boats real quick. Just a little, there we go. Some dollops. Peanut butter in there. And a dollop in there. Come on. Get off the spoon. There we go. We'll go ahead, give these a shake, so hopefully someone just doesn't run off with all of that peanut butter, kind of gets it sticky. And I'm thinking we put a boat right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and put a boat probably over here, just because this area smells like a buffet. There is all this fresh organic feed from Fort Benton. And yeah, I'm sure it smells great in this park shed because we keep a lot of feed in here for the chickens. I'm thinking way back here. Yeah, way back here. Let's step in here without knocking anything over. Here we go. But now I'm on the search for these little black boxes. Don't even have my key on me to open them up. There's my key. One box. See one box under there and one box over here. That box is gonna be fun to get to. Yeah, I'm thinking crawling would probably be the best bet. I'm gonna go from that side, just move the saw. Another one over here. There's another one over here. Come on now. These things are a little difficult to get open with this key. I'll go ahead and get started on my dry mix. Put a little bit in there. All right, and my third one that's accessible. And I gotta get a little bit more dry mix for that last one. But there we go. A little too much. All right, got my dry mix, peanut butter, syrup, and my key. Gonna need that. Now for the fun part of getting in here. Don't lose the key. Should I use the top of the box? There we go. Got a little bit of peanut butter in there. And drizzle my syrup. There we go. Close that box. Close the syrup. And now just get out of here. I had a little bit of mic difficulties. I had to switch out to a different set. But these Lark A1s, little microphones I've been using, super tiny, stick magnetically to your shirt, or really magnetically to anything, I guess. They've been super great. I mean, I've been using these every time I film a video, whether it's on the phone, GoPro, or the Insta360 Go 3S. If you guys want to take a look at anything we use to film, yes, we actually use the newest iPhone 17. I believe the Pro, not the Pro Max. Hi, little bunny. You're tearing up stuff. That's not very nice. You're tearing stuff up. So I'll put a little bit of peanut butter in here. Just a little bit. Now that we have peanut butter in all of them, we'll put syrup in all of them. Just a little bit. And, oh, uh-oh. That could have been bad. And then close our box. And yeah, I have a little bit falling out the sides, but it'll be all right. And over here in the chicken nursery, I went ahead and made a boat concoction of our dry and wet mix. And I'm just gonna actually set this on the floor right here. I'm thinking way in the back, but I'm not gonna be able to reach way back there in the corner without getting on the floor. And that's supposed to be closed. It's open. Is it good? I guess I'll set my boat mixture here. Really? I'm just gonna set it there. It should weigh plenty. It's not gonna get blown off by the wind. And I'm gonna attempt to manually close this chicken door, or chicken dog door. See if it closes. If that opens up, I definitely want that mixture there, that deterrent there. So we actually unhooked that solar panel, so hopefully that'll actually, the batteries will go completely weak. It won't be able to open the door, and
eventually the batteries will die. And it'll just kind of be there when we want to use it. Because it's nice, we can actually put an adult rooster in there to help protect some of the older chicks that we need to bring up here. Or if we actually bring a mother and her chicks up here, we could do that as well. So 3 big machines I have left in this area. Go ahead and make a mixture and boats for all 3 of them. Go ahead and open all these. It's almost open. If you guys are interested in these boxes here, they're the Exterminator's Choice bait station boxes. These are great for just mice. I'm sure they sell rat stations at the same company, same website. Start with my dry stuff. Go ahead and open all these to really give it a good smell. Mice love very sweet smelling stuff, so this will really attract them. It seems like we didn't have that much of a mice problem before we had this big fence up, and this big fence doesn't hold in deer or anything like that. No animal that we didn't put in here. I think we had a slow decline of predators around us, and then we put up the high fence, the game fence, and that really shut out the predators. So now we have vole, V-O-A-L, I believe, voles, which a lot of people call field mice. I didn't even, I'm talking about field mice, and I got my peanut butter filthy. Shame on me. I'm not even going to use that anymore. I'm just going to use my knife. Shame on me. Oh, now I got I got the spoon utterly filthy. Alright, I'm just going to take the spoon out using this glove here. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Got the knife to use with the spoon, not to replace the spoon. I'm just not having a good morning. Not really. I'm having a great morning. It feels wonderful out here. It is March, usually super rainy, super cold here in Montana, but I'm out here in a fishing shirt, and it's like 45 degrees with the sun out, and it feels like it's 55. It's wonderful. There's a little bit of breeze. It's fishing weather. I'm just getting peanut butter everywhere. I got it all over the handle, all over my sole, all over my shirt, all over my pants. Got it in my socks. Peanut butter's everywhere. Alright. That's definitely not going to fit in there. Now I know what we're doing with the spoon. Alright. Now we can close these up. 2 for the scissor lift. 1 for each of the bigger machines over there. So I'll go ahead and bring these with me. I'm going to go on this side because I have a lot of electronics here. And on this side, oh, hey there, he scared me. He gave me a literal heart attack. And we're going to put a station right here. Right there. And we're going to close that up. We're just going to let that guy chill. I don't appreciate him hiding in my machines like that. Definitely going to have to do something to remedy this because it's going to become an issue. Or it really already is an issue, to be honest with you. Don't know exactly where I should put this one. I'm thinking just here in the cab. Like so. Just sticking it back there behind the seat and doing something similar to the excavator. Because I don't see a whole lot of evidence in here in the panels. Just in here. Especially near these vents. They like to burrow themselves deep in there. Alright, that's those machines here and the park shed area. We're going to go ahead and head over to all of the trucks and the boom lift and see what we can do there. Now we are over here next to all the trucks and the machines. I'm going to go ahead and put a box for every truck in Julie's SUV, the Expedition. Some people call it a truck. There's Stephen coming back from the chicken brooders. Just checking on water, checking on heat lamps and heat plates. Hi. Is that peanut butter? Oh my, is that peanut butter? And I'm done? Is that peanut butter that I'm done with? Oh yeah. That's a lot of peanut butter. I want you to eat that first. Yeah, because you're already struggling with it. I don't want you to eat too much at one time. That's a good girl. Where's Mia at?
She's inside.
Gotcha. Well, she don't get to be the peanut butter cleaner.
Hopefully not.
It is a knife. It is a knife. So be careful with it. You got a strong tongue.
She
It's
also
all good.
likes
Yeah, she likes to bite.
yeah.
It's fine. All right, that's enough peanut butter. I don't make you sick. All that sugar. Good girl. She's always hungry. She acts like we don't feed her, but we feed her so much. She can just eat all day. But I feel like that's all dogs, or at least most dogs. Finish up with our syrup and get all of our stations closed. For me personally, I'm actually going to put one of these in my truck. I probably should have just kept it powder, so I'm not going to put it in my truck. I put peanut butter and syrup in it already. I'm just going to put these in the engine bay. It seems like there's a nice little spot right there next to the battery for that truck. And next to the battery, yeah, this air box, not a bad spot, but not the best. Let's see what the other batteries looking like. This engine bay looks immaculate. Truly, truly immaculate. So I'm not sure where, I mean, with my truck I can tell where the dirty spots are, so that tells me where the mice have been. There's no spot to put it on this side, so I guess I'm having to stick it on this side. Well, I don't know if I can fit it on this side either. Huh. Okay, well, it's not going to fall down here, so I'm just going to put it right there against the battery. And we'll go over to old Yeller. Here, it's so open, it can fall out and just be laying somewhere. I don't want to fall out, hit the ground. Huh. I actually have a spot. Oh. All right then. All right. I can actually wedge it in there. It has a spot to sit, just like that down there. It's still sitting up, and I'm actually gonna keep this one for Julie's truck. No, my truck. So I got two in my truck. I have one for Julie's SUV, one in Dad's truck. I have two in Old Yeller now because one fell all the way down to the bottom of the engine bay. So I'm gonna have to fish that out when it's not in the rocks, because the dogs like to get under there and poop and pee, and I'm not having that right now. Just not dealing with it. So thank you guys for watching. That is the mouse deterrent. We haven't used this a whole lot yet, but we're thinking we're gonna get fantastic results. If you guys want a review in about 3 months, I'm thinking 3 months gives us enough time to actually tell if this stuff has actually been working, or if it's just one of those things that exterminators tell you on YouTube or the internet that may work in theory, but doesn't really work. So I guess we'll be the guinea pigs for you guys. So definitely keep watching. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like today's video and you're interested in more videos like this, go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. It helps a lot on our channel, and we really appreciate you guys staying for this long. So we'll see you in the next one.